means clearly that politicians has to go in the street, in the schools, talk with the people and explain and explain and explain again. Either they're wrong and they can't explain, then it's wrong. Fine. It's better not to do it. Or they're right, and I think they're right, and then they have to explain it through the democratic way.
I will come back to you, so gentleman in the check shirt.
Hello. I was wondering if you could explain why Diallo had vaginal bruising after the day that you met her.
I'm not sure I understand your question. What do you want me to explain? No, please, no, let him hear. Can you just tell me exactly what your question is?
The attorney of Diallo spoke today.
Yes.
And talked about the vaginal bruising that she had after you met. And I was wondering why you think that is the case.
Well, I'm not quite sure that it's the topic of this evening, but there's no reason not to answer you. The district attorney in New York is the prosecutor, and he decided to dismiss the case because he says the lady was lying. That's it. Now, the attorney may say what he wants. The reality is that I spent a week in prison after the declaration of a woman, that there has been a prosecution, and frankly, they haven't been very nice with me, so they didn't want to be nice with me, but that's okay. And after one and a half months, the district attorney wrote to me saying, I'm sorry, we were wrong. And it took another month to have the paperwork, and he dismissed the charges. So, what do you want?
I will take one final question, please. There's quite a few upstairs. Oh my God, there's loads upstairs. Yes, sir.
Oh, I can't see you.
Yes, in the brown. Okay.
I just wondered, what was your opinion of David Cameron's veto of the EU Fiscal Reform Pact in December, and can the EU as a whole survive if the Eurozone accepts fiscal federalism? Can the EU as a whole survive without countries like the UK, perhaps through a referendum, choosing to leave entirely?
Whether or not the Union can survive if UK decided to get out, I don't know. However, it won't be really a European Union. It's impossible to have a European Union without UK. So, something may survive. It may be called a European Union, but it will be very weak and will not fulfill the goal I was describing before, to build something which may help shaping globalization and provide some special culture in this melting pot. So formally it may survive. Practically it makes no sense for me. Now, to your question on Cameron veto, I think that's more domestic policy than a real choice. And since then, there have been some explanation, I won't say back off, but explanation on this. So that's part of the problem, that each and every European leader, French, German, British, has to deal with the real problem he's facing in the European Council and his own public opinion. And for some reason, at some point in time, he may have put more weight on what he says and how it will be understood by his own public opinion than on the problem he has to solve. It happens to everybody. And that's part of the problem of the system, which is just in between, and as I said at the beginning, unstable, where the decision-making process at the center is not independent from what happens in the different countries. And this cannot work very well, and that's a good example of it. But there's many others where Cameron were not involved and others were involved for the same kind of reasons.
Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your questions, and a final thank you to Mr. Strauss-Kahn. Have a good week, and we hope to see you soon.